Again, just 24 years old. He was a standout quarterback at Ohio State. And joining us now on the phone here is himself a quarterback at Ohio State. Kirk Herbstreit with us on SportsCenter AM. And Herbie, this news this morning, a stunner, a real tragedy in the National Football League family, but certainly for Ohio State. I'm wondering how this is being received, who you've heard from this morning with ties to the Ohio State program after the loss of someone who was just so prolific so recently in that uniform and with that program.
Yeah, this is a tough morning. I'm with my family right now. We're actually down at Clemson, heading over to Clemson's spring game to see my son. And it just took your breath away. It was one of those things where 24-year-old lost his life. To me, I don't even think about football. I think about him and his family. He was such a great young man. Just a tragic morning. And I think, Randy, you remember that piece that they did on College Game Day when he was about 10 or 11 years old and was in the Ohio State training room over to Woody Hayes' facility. And, they just showing how he dreamt his whole life of being a Buckeye and was able to make that a reality and became such a superstar of a player and chased that dream. And then he went on to the NFL. But for me, as I'm driving the car, I just found out about this news about 20, 30 minutes ago. And I talked with Ryan Day a little bit earlier, and we were just reminiscing about him as a person as well, just what a class act he was. And it's just one of those things you almost can't even believe it's real. You just can't believe it's happened. So my thoughts and my prayers are out to him and to his family.
I'm wondering if for the folks who only knew him as 7 there at Ohio State or in different uniforms at the NFL level, only knew him as a football player, what more you could tell us about the man, about the young man, about the player, the young man who's married, young man who by a lot of accounts had certainly grown into himself here as a professional in the National Football League.
Well, I just think at the end of the day, he had a great heart. He had just a person that loves people and was raised the right way from his family. And I think his teammates loved him. They wanted to play for him. They were drawn towards him. And he became a star, in 1 year of starting. And, I just think of him with his smile and just a guy that was very confident in his abilities. But I think he like I said, he cared about people, and he was a great teammate. And I think the way he conducted himself on and off the field is what drew his teammates closer to him.
Again, 24 years old. Kirk, glad you're with your family today. It's the kind of story, it is the kind of tragedy makes you want to hug your kids a little tighter. Yeah. So thanks for the time this morning. Really appreciate it. Again, Dwayne Haskins, dead at the age of 24.
Pittsburgh Steelers coach Mike Tomlin had this to say in a statement released recently. "I'm devastated and at a loss for words with the unfortunate passing of Dwayne Haskins. He quickly became part of our Steelers family upon his arrival in Pittsburgh and was one of our hardest workers both on the field and in our community. Dwayne was a great teammate, but even more so, a tremendous friend to so many. I'm truly heartbroken. Our thoughts and prayers are with his wife and his entire family during this difficult time." We are keeping Dwayne Haskins' family and friends in our thoughts and prayers. Dwayne tragically died this morning. He was 24 years old. More SportsCenter AM after this.